Hello and welcome to my channel. It has been over a year since I've made a stamp video and a lot of you were asking what happened. It's been a crazy year, that's all I can say, but I wanted to get back into my card making. So this card that I'm going to make is going to be the first in my Halloween series for 2019. This is a very simple card and I'd like to show it to you. It's made with Stampin' Up stamp sets and one die cut set, and it goes together really simple and really easy. And the design utilizes interesting material, which is this embroidered glitter tulle that I got from the dollar store. So I wanted to show you in this fabric, I wanted to show you how you can incorporate non-card items into your card making design. So let's get started. The materials I need are the inks that you see here. I have Distress Inks Mowed Lawn and Dusty Concord. I have my Versafine Onyx Black. I have Memento Bamboo Leaves, Grape Jelly, and Tangelo. And I have orange card base, a purple card mat, a scrap white for the front of the card, and a piece of white for the inside of the card. I'll have all the dimensions for these materials listed on the comment section down below. The stamp set that I'm using is going to be Seasonal Sayings, Wicked Cool, and Howl-o-ween Treat from Stampin Up. And I also have the Spellbinders Basic Frames B. I just need one of the dies here. Okay, let me move all this away and we can get started making this card. What I usually do is do the front of the card first and then the mat and the background and the inside and all of that. But this particular design, using this material, it is easier to do that first. So what I have done is cut a larger piece of tulle than my mat piece is, and the dimensions doesn't matter as long as it's larger. And I'm going to start by taking the third from the inside of the framelit, and I'm going to cut out a piece of a rectangle from the mat, but be sure that you cut it out generally that you won't see it when you cover it with the front panel. So I think this is a good spot. I'll go into my big shot and cut this out. I'll be right back. So now I have the rectangle that I'm going to need for my mat, and I'm done with the framelits. First, I'd like to apologize for my lighting. I have a new setup here entirely, and there's a bit of a glare coming from this side and a bit of a shadow coming from that side. I'm still working on that, so I wanted to apologize. You can really tell when you have something shiny like this ink, so I'll try to be mindful of the glare, but it'll take me some time to figure it out, so apologies. So hold this, you're going to need it. And now you just need to get your tape gun and give this 2 tape strips right along the inside here. And this is not going to stick very well, so you have to be a little careful in handling it, but it will stick enough. So give that a good pressing and get a sharp pair of scissors. And I'm going to trim the tulle, or is it tulle? I've never learned how to pronounce this material, but we're going to call it tulle for now. So I'm just going to trim it close to the edges of the cardstock. And you don't have to be exact. This is a freeform design. Just be careful not to cut the mat. Usually I fast forward through all these little things, but I wanted to do a little bit of talking through this video because it's been a while since I've been here. So let's see what's been going on in the past year. In the past year, I have a new setup, as I mentioned. We've renovated our living room area and turned into a giant office craft space. So now I have this huge area to work in, and I'm really happy, but it's got a little bit of weird shadow in because my chandelier is right over my head, So that's giving a weird shadow, and my work lights are not set up just quite right yet. Okay, so that's going to stick a little bit. You can see it, the tape coming through, but we're not going to worry about that. So now that I have that, I need to get my bone knife and firm up my crease for my card base. Make sure I got a good crease. And now we're going to take this again, flip it over, and tape this to the card base. The reason I'm doing this now is because that front side is going to be sticky, and if you leave it sitting around, it's just going to keep getting in the way of stuff, and the tool is not going to stay put. So make sure that I have the card base open to the right direction and the hole on the opposite side, and just put it in place. Carefully get it straight. There. Okay. Now just leave this sitting aside. Try not to move it too much at this stage. And now I'm going to put together the rest of the card. And it's pretty simple. So I will just put everything together and let the music play so you can see how it works. The card has a witch's hat and a witch's shoes, and is covered by this panel to give the impression of a witch standing in the background. Try to watch that glare. And it has a little sticker for a cat. So I'm going to use my Misty tool to help me line up everything. And because this stamp set is a rubber stamp, I'm going to have to pull out the extra part because I don't need it for this. Okay, let's get going. And that's the finished card. I decided not to make rhinestones, and instead I found this baker's twine, which was perfect for Halloween, and I just made some quick bows and put it on both of the cards. I hope you'll try this card yourself. It's very simple and it goes together really easy. I intentionally made my first card after my long hiatus to be an easy one so that I could get back on the horse, as it were. I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and if you have already, thank you very much. I hope you find content that is useful for you and interesting on my channel. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.